Welcome, welcome, welcome to Root Tribe's Whole Health Solutions. Thank y'all for being here today. Really appreciate y'all. This is a new series where we're going to be talking about various types of herbs. We're going to be talking about whole health solutions. We're going to be talking about fasting. We're going to be going into all the various ways to achieve whole health and to have remission of disease. I'm Ferdinand, your Root Tribe's Whole Health practitioner, whole health solution practitioner, and we have Joy here. Joy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I am Joy Johnson, and I currently live in Newport News. And as the title says, I'm the lover of all things creative. And I'm just here tonight to put Ferdinand in the hot seat to tell us a little bit about SeaMoss and its benefits and a little bit more. So thank you for having me.
All right, let's go. Let's go. So SeaMoss, right? Have you
Yes.
ever used SeaMoss before, Joy?
Yes. So recently I actually got some SeaMoss from Root Tribez. I got the mango and I got it because I was a little bit curious about it and what exactly it was. But for the mango, I ended up just adding it into my smoothies. So I love making smoothies with fresh fruit. So I got some mango SeaMoss, added it in my smoothies, and it's been a wonderful addition. So
Yeah, that's a great way to use it. That's awesome. So you were telling me that you got some questions, Joy. I'm really interested in hearing these questions. What you got for me?
Yep. So just to kind of start us out, because just like me, I'm still a little bit new to CMOS. So there are probably plenty of other people like myself that don't know much about it. So can you tell us exactly what CMOS is and go into a little bit of detail on the benefits?
Absolutely. So sea moss is a sea vegetable, it's like a seaweed, and its scientific name is Chondrus crispus, right? So sea moss, and one of the reasons why it's such an important sea vegetable is because of how many minerals it has in it. I believe it has about 92 minerals out of the more than 100 that the human body requires for whole health.
Mhm. Gotcha. Wow. Okay. So then from those minerals that are in it, what are the overall like benefits of CMOS? And also another question to be thinking about before you answer that is who introduced CMOS to the masses of Americans? Like, so how did people learn about it?
Well, all right. So that's a great question. I'm really glad you asked. Sea moss is really great for vitamin B2, vitamin B12, calcium, chromium,
Okay.
magnesium, zinc, iodine, and many, many others. Right. So it's great for whole health purposes. Now, the person who introduced the vast majority of America to sea
Mhm.
moss or Irish moss, his name is Alfredo Bowman. And all right, rest in peace. Dr. Sabi is the name most people know him by, right? But Dr.
Right.
Sabi, he learned about Irish moss and coined the name sea moss. And obviously, our people have been using it, and it's been helping a lot of people have remission from disease and have boosted energy and so much more.
Okay. So with CMOS, can you show us like what CMOS looks like? Because I can say that even though I know it was like a sea plant, I still wasn't quite sure before I was truly introduced to it, like what it looked like, and all that. So if you can display it, that would be great for folks to kind of see what it looks like.
Absolutely. So I have a book that has a photo of sea moss and it has a little bit of information about it. And the book is called Alkaline Herbal Medicine by I believe the author's name is Aquil Anise. Yes.
Okay.
So
Yep.
this book is amazing, right? I recommend everybody out there go get it. I'm not an affiliate. I don't even know the author, but I love the information that's in it, right? So let's go to page 82. That brought us sea moss. So as y'all can see right there, I'm going to read this. Sea moss has antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and laxative properties. Sea moss is used for its demulcent properties to soothe irritated mucous membranes from colds, coughs, bronchitis, tuberculosis, gastric ulcers, and intestinal problems. Sea moss is used to support joint and skin health, and its wide range of nutrients serve as a natural mineral supplement.
Awesome. Okay, great.
This
Thank you
is
so
what.
much.
So just and let me clear up one thing. When it comes down to CMOS, this is a type of CMOS that we're looking at.
Right.
Chonda's crisp actually looks more purple than it looks the paler color. But this is a
Okay.
type of CMOS that we're looking at right there. But there's various types. The one that
There's
Chonda's crisp is, like I said, is the purple version.
Okay, gotcha. Awesome.
Mhm.
So, as we're talking more about CMOS, so now we see kind of what it looks like. You mentioned some of the benefits. Um, is there a particular amount that individuals should consume, and like how often you should take it? Can you go a little bit more detail about that?
Sure. I would say a person would maybe ingest a couple of teaspoons a day, maybe a couple of tablespoons a day, no more than that, because there's a warning with CMOS. CMOS can sometimes have heavy metals within it, and one of them is iodine, right? So
Got-
our body needs iodine, but needs it in very small amounts. So that is the main reason why. But hold on for a second. We got the other co-founder. I'm one of the co-founders of Root Tribes, and then we have the other co-founder of Root Tribes who just came in the building. I'm about to bring her to the stage. I want y'all to
What?
understand that this is the original Root Tribes mama. Okay, y'all need to understand that Root Tribes is for people, and this is the original Root Tribes mama. This is the Aunt Jemima of Aunt Jemima. Okay.
Oh Lord, Shonda.
Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm
Hello.
tardy. Had to download the app.
That's all right. That's all right. You can still, you're the I guess maybe expert a little bit more on this and CMOS, and you introduced me to it and provided me with the mango CMOS recently that I was just telling Ferdinand earlier that I put it in my fruit smoothies. I add in
Okay.
fresh fruit and I add in the mango, CMOS to the smoothies. But actually, one of the next questions that I was curious about is, besides adding it into, let's say, smoothie, for example, what other ways can folks take CMOS? Maybe by itself, or what other ways do people take it?
In my opinion, it's based on the person, what you're most comfortable with. For me, I give it to the kids, the mango flavor, I'll give it to them plain. I mix it in with their oatmeal, their smoothies. You can use it as a thickening agent. So say if you got some soups, depending on the flavor, you can go ahead and mix it into your soups like the Thyron and the Revitalize Me. Those are really, really good to go in with your soups as well.
Okay, gotcha. Yep, and you got those examples there, so you can show
Mhm.
a few of those up to the screen. That's perfect. Thyron, all right, awesome. What's the
And we
next
have
one
a
you
bunch of
got?
different we have a bunch of different flavors. The original Root Tribes mama, Shonda, she's in the building. And Shonda made all of these with love. All right. She made all of these with compassion and empathy. Right. So y'all get on over there to roottribes.com and y'all get y'all some of this good sea moss here. We got the tropical, and Shonda makes these natural. You
A
see how it's got the
two-tone, a
two-tone
two-tone.
color? She didn't even use dye for that. Okay, that's
Wow.
natural.
It's no
Yeah,
added sugars or
Okay.
anything like that either. So
I'm gonna have to try that one. Okay, then the elderberry. Okay, so you're showing that one. So can you go or tell us a little bit more about the ones that are more popular? And maybe even if it's a certain time of year that it's more popular, certain flavors that you have.
Shonda.
okay. Well, our top flavors would be our number one sellers are the mango. Because like I said, it's a win-win for everybody. Kids, consistency. It's literally like applesauce. I was feeding it to my son almost 6 months straight. He was eating it every day. Didn't even realize he was eating sea moss till he heard me having a conversation. Then all of a sudden he was like, "Well, I don't want any more of that." Well, you didn't even know.
Right.
During cold and flu season, the elderberry one is amazing. I highly, highly, highly recommend and suggest that. For people with asthma, bronchitis, I always suggest if you're gonna do any type of sea moss, go ahead and tap into the elderberry.
Okay. Awesome.
If you're
All
trying to kick
right.
your
So,
coffee habits or anything like that, the Revitalize Me is a perfect pick me up. It contains lucuma, which is a natural caffeine, so you don't have all the jitters, the crash, and the burn, or anything like that. So the Revitalize Me is amazing.
okay. So, another question would be, all right, so let's say someone, after seeing this episode about SeaMoss, let's say they go to roottribes.com, they kind of are searching through to see which flavors they want to get. They add it to their cart purchase. How long could they expect before they would receive their order?
All CMOS orders are made to order because of the shelf life, and we don't store the CMOS. So like I said, everything is by the order. It takes 70. It's a 72-hour turnaround on shipment.
Okay, gotcha. And then another question, which, because I was telling Ferdinand that I'm still new to it, still learning, but for folks that might want to get into it, what's a way that CMOS should be stored to avoid spoiling?
You want to keep it in the fridge. It keeps for 3 to 6 weeks. If you want to extend the shelf life, go ahead and freeze it. All of our CMOS is shipped frozen. That's why that additional 24-hour turnaround is needed. So
Okay, gotcha. All right. So right quick, I'm gonna put y'all on the spot to ask the question. So Shonda, what is your favorite flavor of CMOS? If you have a favorite.
honestly, like my go-to is elderberry. I'll take the elderberry year round. I've turned it into gummies. Like it is the all around like allergies and different things like that you might suffer. It's amazing. But one benefit, if you don't know what flavors you want to play around, we actually have 2 different sample packs on the Root Tribes website. So you'll get the
Okay.
4-ounce jars. So you can pick from 4 different 4-ounce jars, and you can kind of mix and match. It's called This or That.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So that's a good way to kind of test to see what you might want
Mm-hmm.
to, get a larger dose of, or the bigger jar rather,
Exactly.
to try that sample. Okay. All right. Let's see. What else do I got for y'all? So what'd you say?
That's my QVC for the day.
I missed it. Oh,
You got to do like this.
No, the QVC. Oh, I have the elderberry. Ooh, oh, look at how nice the top is. It's so shiny. And it's on sale on roottribes.com. Go there now.
You got to hit them with the limited quantity by now.
Limited quantity.
yes.
Get yours today. roottribes.com.
Oh, y'all are too much. I can't. Too much. All right. So let's see. Another question would be, is there anyone that maybe should not take based on any current health concerns or issues? And if there's something that if they cannot take it, do you suggest any alternative products that Root Tribes might offer?
Absolutely. So people who are dealing with thyroid disorder, heavy metal loads, women who are pregnant, on blood thinners, or have a shellfish allergy, they should stay away from CMOS. And what they can use in place of those things are various other herbs that we offer on roottribes.com. And if anybody has any types of questions, they can come to roottribes.com and they can use the contact and the contact section, and they can get asked whatever question that they need to ask, and we will give them the answer.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So you mentioned, or you kind of already showed, like one of the books that you would suggest for folks. Are there any other books where folks, if let's say they're like me, still quote unquote beginners and want to learn a little bit more on their own? Besides the ones that you showed, were there any others, or is that the main one that I guess you use?
Absolutely. I'll pull them up real quick. We've got one of the other books that I highly recommend is The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies, written by Nicole Pellion. I got to give this woman reverence for the information that she put in this book. It's sound and very effective. I use it for my own family. So she's not paying me. I'm not an affiliate, but I gotta give some love to Miss to Doctor Appellian. Great material in the book, and obviously we were talking about alkaline herbal medicine. Great book to purchase. The other book that I have that I like to go to a lot is um, the Encyclopedia of Natural Healing, and that encyclopedia's got so much great information in it. So I'm back and forth between those books. Unfortunately, I don't have the encyclopedia pulled up to show everyone, but hey, if you guys, anyone out there, if y'all want some recommendations on books, I mean, I've got so many. Shonda will let you know. Like, I've got a wealth of knowledge in book material. So hit us up. Go to roottribes.com, hit that contact section, or hit us on Instagram, hit us on YouTube, on Facebook, and let us know what you're reading. Maybe we need to read it. All right. Maybe you want to know what we're reading. We'll let you know, and then we all grow together. Right. But hit us up, contact us.
Okay. Then the other question is, let's see, for SeaMoss, once they do receive their order, how can they go about storing it to avoid any spoiling or anything like that?
Again, so the SeaMoss, it all ships frozen. If you want to keep it in the freezer, if you're not about to use it right then, I would say put it directly back into the freezer. If you're ready to use it, go ahead and just pop it into the refrigerator. Takes a couple hours to, start to thaw back out, and then go ahead and start using it from there. But you want to make sure it stays cold.
Okay. So that's the key, is it staying cold and not getting warm or hot. So other than that, are there anything else about SeaMoss? Maybe a fun fact, or how did you get into SeaMoss and discovering it? How did you get into it?
I can give you a quick fun fact real quick, and then we'll jump into Shonda story. So SeaMoss, one of the ways that it became popularized and got the name Irish moss is because of the potato famine, and they used SeaMoss as an alternate for nutritional support.
Okay, interesting. All right, Shauna, do you have a fun fact about SeaMoss?
Well, not really a fun fact, but how so I've always known about Irish moss and different things like that. To my wannabe Jamaican roots, so there's always, in the islands, they always use Irish moss for different things. But I got really, really heavily invested in SeaMoss during the pandemic. I knew the benefits of it, the fact that it contains 92 out of the 102 vitamins, minerals that our own body is actually comprised of. I was like, okay, know a little bit of something about this, and I wanted to make sure that I was doing my due diligence and keeping my family safe and healthy during that time. And then it just started expounding and growing. Right. And then, with me having childcare, so I was like, okay, well, my kids ain't getting sick. Let me create these gummies. So I started creating the gummies for the daycare children, and just finding different ways and playing with the different flavors. And I was like, and it worked.
Yeah. And just from you saying that, so basically all ages can take SeaMoss, correct?
Absolutely.
As long as it's not, and as long as it's in the small dosage that was mentioned before.
Correct.
Okay.
And you want to be careful with the dosages, because like I said, it's packed with magnesium, and you don't want to overload your body with any type of metals or anything like that, or too high iron and different things like that. So you want to make sure you stick to the 2 tablespoons a day.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's the questions that I have. So this being the first episode of the Root Tribes Whole Health Solutions, I know that this month is Women's Health Month. So Ferdinand, for the next, I guess, couple episodes that might be coming up, can you tell us what's coming up next week on May the 15th?
Absolutely. So ladies, the next couple of weeks is for you. Next week, we're going to be diving into feminine health. We're going to be talking about how the ladies need to conduct themselves to get the best out of themselves, right? We're going to go into whole health solutions. We're going to go into these various different disorders, these various different diseases that the ladies may be dealing with, and how to have full remission, and how to walk with Root Tribes, and Root Tribes walk with you to have remission, right? So this is what we're going to be doing. Now, that's next week. The week after, we're going to be we're going to be talking to the ladies who are pregnant, the ladies who want to have a child, right? We're going to be going into prenatal health, and we're going to be going into health post pregnancy, post delivery, right? So we're going to be going deep into those different areas. So y'all ladies, hey, y'all come on through, right? We got Shonda over here, the Root Tribes mama. We got Joy over here, she moderating, and we got Ferdinand over here giving a couple of pieces of science, right? Come get this knowledge.
Yes. Real quick, just so we can reiterate this, but so if folks have more questions about SeaMoss, or even just more questions in general about Root Tribes, what would you say is the best method and way to contact Root Tribes?
Anybody who would like to get in contact with Root Tribes, please feel free to go to roottribes.com. That's ROOTTRIBEZ.com. And there we have a wealth of knowledge. We have options for services. If you need a nature detoxification, we have those services available. We also have all different types of holistic health remedies, holistic health supplements, holistic health solutions, right? So our roottribes.com is the way. Come and see us.
All right. Well, thank you for letting me put y'all on the hot seat today. And I look forward to next week's episode. So thank you again.
Y'all take care. Thank y'all again.
All right. Bye.